Thanks for joining me. My name is Liz. This is going to be a short Yin Yoga practice designed to help you sleep. So if you do struggle with winding down of an evening, maybe it's the mind that struggles to relax, or you just feel busy and that the body can't calm down, this can be really helpful to help that process of relaxing into the evening so that you can sleep, you can get to sleep and you can stay asleep. You could absolutely do this practice at any time. It's not necessarily going to make you fall asleep, but it can just begin that process of winding down. So I have a lot of people say to me that they do struggle with relaxing of an evening, going to bed, and they cannot get to sleep. So really helpful to start to build a bedtime routine, something that you start to do, maybe it's half an hour or an hour before you go to bed. It can be turning off screens, turning lights off in the house so you don't have bright lights in your eyes, and just starting to wind down. Let the body calm down, let the mind calm down. So gentle stretching can really help. So this Yin Yoga practice is just designed to start to help that relaxation phase come in. So if you haven't done Yin Yoga before, it is long held shapes where we want to be as passive as we can in the shape. So there's no muscular effort. There are going to be some shapes where we are going to have to use a little bit of effort just to hold ourselves up, but overall we want to try and relax into these positions as much as we can. We're never going into pain, so if there is pain, just pull back a little bit. And it's not about going to the full stretch. So yes, we are finding, or we're stressing the tissue, the connective tissue, but we're not trying to go to 100%. So when you do get into the shape, think that first sign of tension, that first line of pull that you start to feel, and just stay there and explore that. And you may get the invitation to take it deeper the longer that you hold. So we're going to be holding these shapes for about 3 minutes each, and hopefully by the end you'll be ready to crawl into bed. You could even do this in bed and fall asleep and stay asleep. So starting sitting up, or you can lay down if that feels more comfortable for you. Just let the shoulders relax, the spine lengthen. Close the eyes down if that feels comfortable. You might hear Aria snoring, it's not me. She might stay for the whole practice, she may leave, depending on if I have to move her out of the way. Starting to connect into your breathing. Breathing in and out of the nose. Noticing the breath as it comes in through the nostrils, filling up through the belly, the chest, and as you breathe out, that sensation of it coming out of the nostrils and that gentle contraction, letting the chest relax, slightly drawing the belly button in. Take 2 more breaths. We're going to move into a breathing practice. It's called a physiological sigh, and it's a really simple and fast way to relax your system. So I'm going to demonstrate to start, and then we're going to do 3 together. So it's 2 inhales through the nose, and then a long exhale out through the mouth. So it looks and sounds like this. So 2 inhales through the nose, and then a long exhale out through the mouth. So we're going to do 3 together. Let's go. 2 more. One more time. Just moving back into your natural rhythm of breath, breathing in and out of the nose. So you can do that physiological sigh at any time. You naturally do it throughout the day. You might notice yourself doing it now or catch yourself doing it. My dogs even do it as well at certain times. And it's just like a little reset for your nervous system. So we're going to move into our first shape, which is called dragon. So coming up onto the hands and knees, going to bring the right foot around the outside of the right hand. And just take your left knee back. You may need some padding underneath it if you are down on the floor, like a cushion or a blanket. Just taking the back leg back or the left knee back so that you start to feel a lengthening through the front of the left hip. So this is one of those shapes that needs some effort from the upper body. So just lining your wrist, your shoulder, your elbow and your shoulder up together. Pressing down through the palms, lifting the chest. And the part that we want to start to relax is the hip area and the muscles around the legs. So we're just letting that sink down towards the floor or the bed if you are on the bed. So 3 minutes. I'm not going to talk too much throughout the shapes. I really want you to just explore the breath, explore the body and the sensations that start to arise as we hold. And close the eyes down if that feels comfortable. Finding a smooth rhythm of breath. Just remembering that we're not going to that full stretch. So we feel that first sign of sensation. And we experiment and just explore the feelings that come up. Mind is busy, just give it something to do, focusing on your breathing, and focusing on the sensations in the body. They might be really strong or really subtle. You don't have to do anything about it, just experiment or just explore and experience what's there. Take a few more breaths in and out, nice and smooth. Very slowly start to make your way out of the shape. And it might be nice to maybe take a child's pose or even pressing up into a downward facing dog, just doing whatever you feel the body needs. We're going to make our way into the other side. So bringing the left foot around the outside of the left hand, taking the right knee back, that first sign of sensation. connecting back into your breath. Just be willing to negotiate with yourself. So it may feel really different, it may have to look a little bit different. So Yin Yoga, we're not trying to get anywhere or achieve anything. We're just allowing ourselves to be as we are in the moment, work with where we are in the moment. Great opportunities to get to know your body, actually feel what's happening in your body. Using the breath as that anchor, coming back to it. If the mind wants to think about what's been happening in the day or what needs to happen tomorrow, see if you can put that aside for a moment, put it in a jar maybe, close the lid. Just allow yourself to have this experience. Taking a couple more breaths. And very slowly pressing back, taking any movement or other shape that you feel you need to take. We'll make our way over onto our buttocks now, coming into butterfly. So option here, yogi's choice. You can either have the feet further out in front or you can bring them closer in together. Traditionally with our Yin Yoga, we have them a little bit further out in front and then we fold the body forward. But just make it work for you however you're feeling. It may feel better to have the heels closer in towards the groin, and you may even want to stay seated or lengthened up with the spine long. If you're getting that invitation to fold forward, use the breath, take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine. As you breathe out, folding forward, and you can let the spine round. And just let gravity start to do its thing, you can relax. This is where maybe having a pillow, you can rest the head down, or if it feels okay for the neck, letting the head hang. Got my head in a bit of a compromised position here with the staffy. Keeping the mind focused, breathing, feeling the shape in your body. It may look different to mine, and that's okay. Just take a little journey through the body, where you feel the sensations, what the sensations are. Don't worry about why they're there. Just allow yourself to feel them. can start to lengthen out your breath, making the exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Be here just for a few more breaths. See if you can relax a little bit more into the shape. Very slowly, you're folded forward, start to press yourself back up. You might like to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Again, just doing whatever feels best in your body. We're going to come down onto our backs now and come into a shape called Banana Asana. I guess one of my favorite names of shapes in Yin Yoga. So laying down on your back, I've had the mat taken from me. So laying down flat, you're going to gently take your hips over to the right side. You want to maintain both hips on the floor when we go into this shape. So don't try and go so far that the right hip starts to lift off. You're going to take your legs now over to the left side, and then take the upper body over to the left side as well. So you're kind of creating a banana-like shape in your body. So you might be a bit of a bendy banana, you might be a not so bendy banana, and that is okay. So again, working with where your body's at. And then from here, you can take the arms up overhead if that feels okay. And you can cross one leg over the other, and it can be whatever leg. So play around with what feels good. I like to cross the same leg as to the side that my hips are to. Feels like I get just a little bit more release there. And then relax into the shape as much as you can. So you might feel a nice opening down the side of your body. You can even bring the breath into that right ribcage area. So you feel a nice expansion as you breathe in. And then let it all relax as you breathe out. So you can feel the sensations that happen as you breathe in and out in different areas of the body. Start to do a little body scan, check in if there's any areas that maybe you're holding on to. You might be hunching up in the shoulders, so you can let that relax. maybe the facial muscles around the eyes. Just letting everything relax through the face, the tongue, the jaw. So hopefully you'll be snoring like Aria, or maybe not snoring. Hopefully you'll be sleeping like Aria is. Just hold for a few more breaths, in and out, nice and smooth. Just extending your exhale. Very slowly, just lower the arms back down if they were overhead. Start to bring yourself back through the center. Just take a little moment. Maybe do a little hip bridge if that feels good, just to realign the pelvis. And we will take that to the other side. So our last shape. So moving your hips over to the left slightly. Take your legs to the right. Upper body goes to the right. Maybe you cross one leg over the other. Maybe the arms lift up. Remember, the breath is your anchor, continuing to come back. Every time the mind wanders, every time you catch it, it's not a bad thing, it's just part of being human. Learn to start to calm down the overthinking mind. And one great way to do that is that focus on your breathing. Doing a practice like in yoga where we bring the awareness into our body, sensations that are happening.
slowly. Start to make your way back through the center. Take any last little movements that feel good or that you feel you need. And then laying flat, maybe something underneath the knees will feel good for your lower back. So we're going to do just a few more, we're going to do 3 more of those physiological sighs. If you feel like you need to sit up, you can sit up. Otherwise, stay laying down. Eyes are closed, we're going to do 3 together. Let's begin. You feel relaxed. If your body feels relaxed, if your mind feels relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are laying down and you're in bed, please feel free to stay there. Stop the video, drift off to sleep. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.